Hello and welcome back to 100 Yards of Football Sports Talk Radio. I'm your producer, Jeremiah Long, and joining me to talk about the Oklahoma State Cowboys 2022 recruiting class is our host, Mr. Logan Landers. How's it going, Mr. Landers?
Hey, what's going on, Jeremiah? Talking about the Cowboys today is going to be a good time as always. Like I said, we're trying to knock out as many recruiting videos as we possibly can. We're going with Oklahoma State today out of the Big 12. Can't wait to talk more about these young men who are about to be Cowboys in Oklahoma State in the near future.
Yeah, same here. And for everybody watching us live or watching our video or listening to our podcast, thank you so much for joining 100 Yards of Football Sports Talk Radio. We love you so much, and all of your shares by word of mouth, telling your friends and family about us, and just talking about the show has helped us to grow so quickly and so much. We are just super appreciative. And so, without further ado, Mr. Logan Landers, the Oklahoma State Cowboys 2022 recruiting class. What does the fandom have to look forward to?
All right, let me pull up, of course, the ever so trusting 24/7 Sports here, where I get all of my recruiting information, as should yourselves here if you're looking to recruit some college players. So here we are, Oklahoma State 2022 football commits. They are the 26th ranked national in terms of recruiting this year, third in the Big 12. So they're looking good under Coach Mike Gundy. They have 6 enrollees and 11 young men who have signed, 11 intent to come on over and play for Oklahoma State. So let's get into it. There are no transfers, which is a little bit surprising, right? You always see at least 1 or 2 transfers, but not for the Cowboys. So let's get straight into it with the first young man who signed the letter of intent, which is Calvin Harvey, offensive tackle from Ridgepoint High School. 3-star recruit, 6'8", 330, a little bit of a raw prospect, you would think, since he's not going to be ranked nationally. But you got to love the size to 6'8", 320. Big potential for him potentially. Up next is linebacker Gabe Brown from Stillwater, Oklahoma, 6'2", 210. Not ranked nationally, though. So another guy that we'll see how he can progress in the near future. Also, Jaleel Johnson from Putnam City North High School, defensive lineman who's 6'4", 235. A 3-star recruit, so we'll see how he can fan. Our first ranked prospect, we have Austin Kowecki, the offensive tackle, who's 6'4", 265, so a little bit more muscle on him. 743rd ranked national player, 61st in his position, coming out of Lebanon Trail High School in Frisco, Texas. The cornerback, Dylan McKinney from Colleyville Heritage in Colleyville, Texas. 6 foot, 175, a 3-star recruit here, looking solid. 740th ranked national player, so we'll see how he can fare. We have a defensive line by the name of Landon Dean, who's 6'4", 230, looking good, from Frontenac High School so he's looking good there. 710th is his national rank, 103rd in position, and 6th out of his state of Kansas. So looking solid there. Mason Gilkey, the wide receiver, coming up next, 6'4", 185, a little bit on the leaner side, right? 641st ranked national player, coming out of Pahuska, Oklahoma high school. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. We'll see. If not, please correct me in the comments. Cameron Epps is up next to cornerbacks, who's 6'3", 180, a little bit taller for a corner, looking solid there. 503rd ranked national player, who is a 3-star recruit. And if there's anything we know about quarterbacks, right? We got a famous quarterback here on the show with Bobby Butler, so we'll see if he's going to be doing draft prospect videos on some of these guys in the near future. Deshaun Brown is up next, who's an edge rusher, who's 6'3", 230, a 3-star recruit, 443rd ranked nationally. Looking solid there from Choctaw High School in Choctaw, Oklahoma. We have an athlete, so that means he's able to play both sides of the ball in high school. They're not sure what he's going to do now. They're going to list him as special teams by the name of Braylon Presley. 5'7", 155, so a little bit shorter, a little bit leaner, a little bit smaller, but he's got the heart of a lion to be a Cowboy now. So looking good. Going to be on, like I said, they're going to list him as special teams, but we'll see where he can end up with his size. And the final guy who signed that letter of intent is Ollie Gordon from Trinity High School, who's a running back, 6'1", 210, a 4-star recruit, 270th ranked national player, 21st in his position, and 44th out of his state, coming out of Euless, Texas. So like I said, man, Texas got a bunch of great ball players, and they're getting a guy here with Ollie Gordon, a 4-star recruit. We'll see how he can fare in his Cowboy tenure. Now on to the 6 enrollees who are already going to be taking some classes, right, getting their academic careers underway, and going to be a future Oklahoma State Cowboy. We have tight end Tabry Shetron from Santa Fe High School in Edmond, Oklahoma. 6'4", 215, so a little bit smaller for a tight end. But that would make me think that he's not going to be much of a blocking threat, as more of a passing tight end. So we'll see how he can fare there. Not ranked nationally, 95th in position, 28th in his state. They might ask him to gain probably about 15 pounds, get to that 230 mark, and see what he can do there. A linebacker by the name of Xavier Benson from Tyler Junior College, Tyler, Texas, where he's from. 30th ranked national player, 4th in position, 4th in his state. He's 6'3", 210. So like I said, like to see they're going the JUCO route and getting some guys who played some good ball there enough to come over and now be an Oklahoma State Cowboy. Garrett Rangel from Lone Star High School in Frisco, Texas, a quarterback, 6'2", 175. Like I said, 368th ranked national player, 22nd in position, and 50th in his state. So we'll see how he can fare, if that's going to be maybe the potential quarterback of the future for Oklahoma State. You never know. Offensive tackle Tyrone Weber, who's 6'5", 290 from New Mexico Military Institute out of Roswell, New Mexico. Like I said, 6'5", 290. Good grief. What size on him? You know he's strong too. He's out of Military Institute. 4th ranked nationally, 2nd in position, 1st in his state. So they got a good find here from the 4-star recruit. And we have 2 more young men left. CJ Brown up next. Running back who's 5'11", 175 from Beggs High School. 4-star recruit, 330th ranked national player, 31st in position, and 7th out of his state. So looking good there. Maybe we'll see the combo of Rangel and Brown in the backfield. And the guy who he'll be throwing to, probably the most likely the highest rated recruit here in terms of just enrollees. We have Talon Shetron from Santa Fe High School in Edmond, Texas. Wide receiver, 6'3", 185. A 4-star recruit, 96th ranked national player, 14th in position, and 2nd in his state. So I'm also curious if he is, I would assume, because they do look pretty similar with Talon and Tabry. They're probably brothers, I'd assume. So, got a good combo there. Already got some good chemistry. So we'll see how they can fare for Oklahoma State. Well, overall, like I said, pretty solid recruiting class. Not the most amount of people that we see, but they were able to make do with what they have, and they have a good amount of guys, a good bit of 4-stars. They went the JUCO route. They went with guys who are raw prospects, and it looked good overall. So just a quick breakdown. They had 8 gentlemen coming from Oklahoma, 6 from Texas, 1 from Kansas, 1 from Missouri. For the positions, they had a quarterback, a running back, 2 running backs, 3 receivers, 3 guys on the offensive line, 3 on the defensive line, 2 linebackers, 2 defensive backs, and 1 guy on the special teams unit. So like I said, for a total of 17 players, I think they did good. They hit the Oklahoma State's on the up and up, I think. And I think that this is really going to help them. And I mean, as you can see, just already looking into next year, they already have the 15th ranked national football commits for 2023. So we'll see next year how they can fletch that out, and how many more guys coming over and can help out Oklahoma State and push them to getting even closer to maybe a Big 12 championship, and maybe one day a national championship. You never know. But overall, I'm really impressed by this recruiting class, and we'll see how all these young men can do in the near future as an Oklahoma State Cowboy.
Absolutely. Well, all of our Oklahoma State Cowboys fans, tell us, who do you think is going to lead the charge? Who do you think are the best people that will be coming out and that we can expect to really blow it up? We want to know exactly what you think. So tell us in the comments if you think that the Oklahoma State Cowboys 2022 recruiting class is going to blow the doors off this and really come out the gate strong. We definitely want to hear from you. And thank you so much for that great breakdown, Mr. Logan Landers. And if you are watching us live, thank you so much. Or if you're watching our live stream later, thank you again. And if you're listening to our podcast, thank you 3 times. But if you haven't joined our podcast yet, please come and join us. Give us a review. Follow the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, whether it's on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Overcast, Amazon, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, or anywhere that you love to listen to podcasts. Just look up 100 Yards of Football, and you'll see our 50-yard line football there. We're sponsored by the Believe Podcast Network, who helps us bring our amazing podcast to you every single week. So thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for checking out all of our different media, whether it's our podcast, our live video, our website, our Instagram. We just love talking to you and hearing back from you and getting feedback from our amazing audience. Well, you've been listening to the Oklahoma State 2022 recruiting class with Mr. Logan Landers. I'm your producer, Jeremiah Long, and we'll be right back with another live episode.